Think of a binder clip. Close your eyes and visualize it. Can you still see it? Now spend 2 minutes and write down every possible use for the binder clip that you can think of. It doesn't need to make any sense. Even the wildest use is fine. The goal is to generate as many alternate uses for the binder clip as you possibly can in your wildest imagination. When researchers evaluate answers to this test, it's a creativity test of divergent thinking from 1967. They look at 4 areas. Originality. Is each response compared to the total set of responses? How unique is the response compared to the group? Fluency is just the total number of uses listed, just the number of items that they described that the binder clip could be used for. Flexibility is the shift between categories of uses. For example, a binder clip as a hair clip is in one category, while a binder clip as a doorstop is in another category of use. Elaboration is the amount of detail provided. A binder clip described as a paperweight has less elaboration than a binder clip described as a clamp for the radiator hose in a car that needs to make it 3 miles to the next gas station. In this binder clip alternative uses example, researchers are looking at creativity in terms of divergent thinking. Divergent thinking is having many ideas without being critical of them. It's a way to create a pool of options where a creative solution is needed. The key to productive divergent thinking is not to edit yourself, but instead allow as many ideas to come through as you can, no matter how bad or wild they may seem. Divergent thinking is related to convergent thinking, and convergent thinking is when the large pool of options created with divergent thinking is pared down to the best possible creative idea or solution. The dynamics of divergent and convergent thinking can be seen in the design model Don Norman talks about in his chapter on design thinking, the double diamond design model. Notice how there are places for both ideation and evaluation. Ideation is concerned with creating lots of ideas, just like divergent thinking is. And evaluation is about critically selecting the best options, very similar to convergent thinking. So this double diamond design model has some of the basic ways researchers think about creativity built right into the process it strives to represent. The generally accepted definition of creativity according to the current research is that it has to be something both original and useful. For example, another screwdriver might be useful. It might be useful, but it's not original. However, when another screwdriver came to market with the first magnetic tip, that shows creativity. Both screwdrivers are useful, but the one with the magnetic tip was also original at the time when it came out, and therefore a creative innovation. Don Norman might say that's an incremental innovation, an innovation based on a pre-existing innovation. In other words, being original for the sake of being original is not considered creative, but being both original and somehow appropriate or useful is considered creative, or is considered creativity. And finally, research strongly suggests creativity is a skill that can be learned and developed throughout persistent work and practice. Everyone is creative to one degree or another and within varying domains. A person good at creating songs isn't necessarily good at creating paintings. There are all levels of creativity, from the legendary works of art to the everyday creativity exhibited by regular folks just going about their days. A key takeaway from the research is that people can improve their creativity by practicing it, and that creativity is an everyday phenomenon. Everybody is creative and can develop their creativity. Did you know that when people are simply told to be more creative, their work becomes more creative? It's true. So, be creative.